It's week 2 of the National Football League,
And there's no love lost between these NFC South foes. Buckle up. There's football coming your way. All that and more coming up next.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Thank you all for joining us here in week number 2. Alongside Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, we got a great one this week, partner. One of the only... Couple of teams here who began the year with wins. Let's see who can make it 2-0 as off we go in week 2. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So out comes their offense for its first possession of the game. And we'll take a glance at their 7th-year QB.
He isn't just a quarterback with some great natural ability to play the position, Kate. Nope, he's somebody who lives and breathes this game 24/7, 365. No off days for him. He's not on the field getting his work in. He's in the lab studying, prepping, and thinking, how can I improve so I can handle this opportunity, this opponent, this challenge here in front of me?
Complete out to the right. And he reaches the 35 before going out. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Dropping back to throw. Getting out to his left. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. No yards on the play, and back-to-back stops forces a 4th and 3.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Drive. And it'll be their rookie QB who brings him out.
It's always fun, puts a smile on my face when I see a rookie leading an offense out. A lot of them look like 10-year vets with confidence and poise in the middle of that huddle, middle of their teammates. But let's watch his first couple throws. That's where sometimes you could see some of those nerves slipping through.
Throwing it to start this drive. Escapes out to the left. He tucks it and takes off. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll give him a first down.
I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains. It's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical first down.
And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. They kick the running back in motion. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
I'll tell you what that deflection right there, Kate, tells me. That defense was following and reading the quarterback's eyes, knew exactly where that throw was going. And it takes a little bit of intuition, a little bit of feel. He's able to get his hands on it and knock it out of bounds.
Throwing the out route complete.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting. Right, you just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Fair catch the signal, and he brings it in at the 23. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. That one's complete, right side. And this one does not go far. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Shotgun snap, looking at the... Cutting deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Oh, look at this. He gets it back.
We all saw the brief moment of full-on panic between the ball coming out and him getting back on it. The impressive part is he kept his composure while it was still loose. One mistake didn't become two, and he cleaned it up before any defenders could.
So near disaster a moment ago, but the drive's still in trouble if they can't convert on 3rd. Dialing up a receiver screen. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And they're going to take over possession. Their offense headed back out for its 2nd drive of the contest. And this is an interesting game for both they and their rivals across from them, Brock, getting a key division matchup so early in this season. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. Pick up a few as he heads out of bounds. Second down now, 7 to go. Give now to the running back. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. It was the rookie from LSU that time on the tackle. 3rd and just 2 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. That's caught for the 1st. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered.
And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And a great return comes to an end with the tackle.
That is just a big-time individual effort, Kate, defensively. First, he takes the ball away, and then he's looking for points, right? He turns from defense to offense, and one more move, and he might have broken it to the house.
Their offense running back out now. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Back to throw on 1st and 10. Hits him on the out route. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
This throw is caught. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They'll throw it. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And that push pushes them back. Third down coming up.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
You know, that's an example right there where you just simply got to be on the same page with each other and get both ends of the play right to execute. They want that one back.
The 12-year vet strikes true. And they're on the board.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
He fields it from the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The offense getting set to go. They aren't even quite sure what this team is going to settle in as this season, Brock, but already this is an important contest for them that could have postseason implications down the line. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
It's second down and 10.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get it up to the 44. That one ends up a gain of 6. And it sets up first down. Throwing it again here. Finds him on the crossing route. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And they'll have first down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
First down, ball at the 36. Takes the handoff, now to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
It's now second and 10.
Still sticking with the passing game. Looking right, and he finds him. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Running back sent in motion. Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that brings up 4th and short. Back to throw, needing a first. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. They'll throw it again. Finds a man right side. And he'll go down here at the 16.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You're trading a little bit of speed, sure. But you sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
From the 16. Has it at the 7. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out. He'll throw it yet again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Another chance at it on 2nd and goal, still from the 5. They'll try and punch it in. And he runs it across. Touchdown! These guys pull ahead 6-3 in the first. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that can score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
That one splits the uprights. And these guys take a 4-point lead. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. On the return, here comes Davis. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. First down, ball at the 36. This offense ready to get going again now. And they brought out their kicker for a field goal their last possession. This time they'll look to bring him out for an extra point instead. In the middle holes, they don't get anything on the run. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. They'll try and throw it here. Caught by his fullback behind the line. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Throwing the out route complete. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. So that's 1 quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. Neither side separating much so far. More coming up after this quick break. Punt team on the field. And he'll try to hit this one well. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And there won't be a return here. This punt is out of bounds. They'll say inside the 40. Now this offense ready to head back out. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Complete out to the right. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. 2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. They pick up a yard. Still need one more, though. 3rd down coming up.
On gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Pass play come. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. Well, they scrambled back on top of the fumble. They lose a ton, though, and now they've got 4th down coming up.
Yeah, recovering it really only brought you one more play. With how much they lost on that play, well, here come the special teams. And now, well, now they got to be special.
On now comes their punter. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And they'll get ready to go on offense. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking slant route complete. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. 2nd and 3 now. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And he adds some yards to the pick before they bring him down. Well, Brock, they could have gone run to set up 3rd and short, or they could air it out and try for more. They picked the latter, and the coverage was ready for it.
Sure was, Kate, and this is why playing this position, you've got to have a short memory. You must flush it. I love the decision to be aggressive. I always fall on that side of the coin, but when you throw a pick in that situation, such a manageable 2nd down, well, you got to learn from it, move on, and certainly flush it away.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. They bring the tight end in motion. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field. This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance, I don't know if it's a cadence, I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
3rd and long for him here. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. This one's headed for the sideline and out. We'll get the mark. They say it's at the 9 where it crossed. Now this offense getting set to work here. They are coming off their 1st interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Connecting on the slant. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Setting up a throw. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. He is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, it was bad enough that the previous run went backwards. You've got to have balance in this league. I mean, you really do. There's no chance offensively to find sustained success unless you present run and pass to a defense. And right now, this defense is owning your run game.
Cut out left. And he'll get it up to the 44.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And it'll be their football. To the air now on 1st and 10. Short pass caught by his tight end. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
At the 24-yard line.
From the 24. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, this is one of the occasions, Kate, where this defense got to just keep chopping wood. Keep chopping wood. I know they're a little more careful about actually having axes in locker rooms anymore after injuries, but the mantra is the same. You can't look at the scoreboard nor worry about what your offense is doing. You got to keep punishing your opponent.
And he's in trouble and gets brought down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough fourth down.
That is now the 5th sack this offense has had to endure in the first half alone. We're on a double-digit pace here. And I'll tell you what, I know how these defensive coordinators work. They can feel the blood in the water. They are not going to stop getting after this quarterback until this offense can find a way to protect itself.
He gets it away now from his own end zone. And the fair catch is made just about a yard or two short of midfield. So no return on that punt. And it'll be good field position for them as they take over right at midfield. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Pocket isn't moving up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Okay, it's pretty clear, isn't it? It's this constant pressure that this defense has imposed on this offense to keep them out of rhythm and build up this lead. This offense is not going to offer a comeback if this quarterback continues to run for his life.
5 yards makes the hole a little smaller. It's going to be 3rd and 14 coming up. Back to throw. They get to him and bring him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Okay, you give him much of the credit for this early lead. Heck, give every player in that defense now their 4th sack of this game credit. Because that ambush on the quarterback, a big reason why they're in control of this game.
Fair catch called for and brought in at the 11. No return on that punt. And they're going to be backed up deep in their own territory to begin this one. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. They go play action on 1st. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That one goes for 25 yards. And that gives them the 1st.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Lone back gets the handoff. Making defenders pay for trying to tackle him. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll give him a 1st down. Back to the well again. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up. This defensive battle has reached the 2-minute warning. 3rd and just 2 to go. He'll throw it. Chased out to his right. Oh, he was on the move, and so was the defense, and they take him down. The defense calls a timeout. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Punting unit out now. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. This offense making its way back out now. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, and not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
And he stopped after a nice gain up past the 25. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. As they'll get together and discuss with fourth down coming up. They'll bring out the punter here. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Collects this at the 32. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Officially a 55-yard launch. And it's going to be their football coming up. 1st and 10 from the 41. Now they send their back in motion right. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And it sets up 2nd down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. And it's going to be knocked away, incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Back to throw now. And the streak continues. Another one hits the ground. This one misses the tight end. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Punt team on the field. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And the coverage team is there as he fields it. So almost nothing on that return before he stopped. 58 yards on the punt there. And they're going to take over possession. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Gets it to him on the screen. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Before we can get a snap on 2nd down, they call timeout. From the 21. Short pass brought in. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing from the gun here. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Timeout taken by the defense. They're 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. They're out now, ready to punt it. And this is going to put them up to 6 punts today. Starts the return at the 34. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. One last play before the break. Looking to throw. Gets everything he has under this throw. He's got it deep downfield. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. We've arrived at halftime now. It's a 7-3 ball game after our first 2 quarters. Now we're on to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman ready to bring us the EA Sports Halftime Report. All yours, Coach. Take it away.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they are out in front in that one. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And as you see, they were winners in their ball game. With that, the two squads are headed out of the tunnel. So let's get you back out to Kay Scott and Brock Huard.
All right, thank you, Coach. And we are back and about set to begin the second half. Return starts at the 9. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Their offense taking the field now for the opening drive of the second half. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
2nd and 3 now. Tight end in motion left. Running for the marker on 2nd. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Call it a gain of 2, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 1. They give it to him again. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Pick up a 5 on that play, and it'll give him a first down. It is Cup, left side. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Running back, motioning right. From the 48. He lets a heater go deep. Middle. That one's caught at the 10-yard line. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
Here's a give on 1st and goal. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal. They give it to him up the middle. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. He gets 2 on that run. That brings up 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
On return, here comes Davis. And look at this return. And he showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40. The offense headed back to the field. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be a first down. New set of downs for him from the 46. Putting a receiver in motion. Play action on 1st down. Throw left side, complete. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Now that is a potential drive killer. Defenders all over that one. It kept him from getting vertical after the catch.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Now looking to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. They're throwing it. Out to his wideout. It's a screen. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I'll tell you, that is a humbling moment to see a completed third down pass actually go backwards instead of towards the sticks.
They'll send out the punting unit. And he'll try to hit this one well. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. The home teams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. To throw it on first down. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Not met many receivers in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. Easy way to do it, catches just like that, going up into double coverage and making the play anyway.
Finds a man right side. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
Finds him on the crossing route. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. That play gains 15 and it moves the sticks.
Hey, let's get those next-gen stats out here, Kate. See just how far he had to run between the snap of the football and when he finally got the throw. Did a beautiful job of settling down into zone coverage, even though it took him a whole lot of distance to get there.
Still sticking with the passing game. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot, second down coming up.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, they eschewed the pass to try and bring up third and short via a little more conservative ground call, but it backfired. You know, the defense, they'll look for keys up front, and they fired off the line knowing a run was coming, and boy, they busted it before it could get back to the line.
They're going to throw it on third and long. Connects on the crosser. And he's in. Touchdown! Now in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this two-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Extra point attempt coming up. Right down the middle. It's good. And his guys double their lead to 14. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. On the return, here comes Davis. He stopped on the return at the 27. This offense getting all set for this series. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. They'll run here on first down. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks. Cut
out left. And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, I know it's tough to evaluate when you're playing at game speed, when there's chaos all around you. But if he looked around, I'm not sure that's a throw he would make again. Even one of the biggest targets, big old tight end, couldn't fight back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
I know on the stat sheet, Kate, that shows up as passing yards, but any defensive coordinator will take it. Understanding down and distance and keeping that offense short of the sticks.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Takes it in at the 21. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Escapes the pocket. He can run it. Gets a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
One of the tight ends in motion left. Hits him on the out route. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And they're going to have a 1st down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Looking to the air here. Completed over the middle. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They kick the running back in motion. He's got a man left. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. From the red zone now. Has room into the secondary. And in for the touchdown. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. The point after splits the uprights. And these guys stretch their lead to 21. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. On the return, here comes Davis. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. They're down 21 now after that last score and in need of a comeback as we work through this game. They send the tight end in motion. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up. Pass play now. Tipped in the air, and it's intercepted. And he makes the Huffs go. It's a touchdown on the pick six. That pick six ought to spell the end to any potential comeback we might have seen out of him, Brock. This deficit might be just too much to come back from.
Yeah, if there was any hope left, they sure could have used some points. And they're going to have to get points now in a hurry. That's for an offense who just threw the interception. Heading right back out there, you better flush it fast.
Kicking team on to try the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And his guys continue piling onto this lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Starting from the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The visitors ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down. From the 31. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's been a great time at the stadium for this crowd. Their side has turned this into a blowout as we start the 4th. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's incomplete left side. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it's 4th and short. We'll see if they go for it. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He's got it to his running back. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain. That was the biggest 3-yard gain you're going to see because instead of a turnover on downs, Brock, it gets them a 1st. They'll throw it again. Throwing the out route complete. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Throwing it again here. Short pass brought in. And this one doesn't go far.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
Complete beyond the marker. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. That's completed right side. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. They'll come up 1st and 10. The give now out of the shotgun. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. He's going to throw this one. Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete. Brings up 3rd down. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Complete out to the right. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. All set up now for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal. He'll throw it yet again. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. He brings up 2nd down. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. It'll be a gain of only 1 on second, so that brings up 3rd and goal from the 2. Here's a throw. And the defender comes away with it.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. You got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
Motioning one of the tight ends. On 1st down, they'll run. And he's brought down after a short gain. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Back-to-back carries here. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. That's a pickup of 9. And it'll give him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Another carry for him. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Trying the right side. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
That is teaching tape for a linebacker. Read, react, and finish.
They motion a receiver left. To the air, 3rd and long. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Starts his return from the 23. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And it'll be their football. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Dumped off to his running back. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. So now here's 3rd and 5. He's dropping back to throw. And he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up 4th down.
I'll tell you this, Kate. So we got to be on the same page with one another and get both ends of the play right to execute. Both the protection and ultimately completing that ball. They certainly want that play call back.
Desperation time here on 4th. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down, and a drive we all thought had stalled out is going to carry on. Still sticking with the passing game. Hits him on the in route. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll come up 1st and 10. They are throwing it again. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets this forward to the 19.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short? Throwing from the gun here. Completed over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning. These guys hoping to do some window dressing in the time remaining. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Takes the handoff, now to throw. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Another drive coming up for this offense. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
They'll run it from the gun. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Handoff now from the gun. Gets up the edge to the 35. Down the sideline inside the 40. He does it. Touchdown. These guys keep running away with this. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
That one right down the middle. And these guys grow their lead yet again. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Now outruns their offense to take over. And they'll get one final chance in a game that, to put it mildly, Brock, has been a bit of a miserable experience for them. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Dump off caught by his back. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down and ready to turn it into a negative play.
2nd and 15. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. Into the red zone. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. And he drives this forward to the 6.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
And this is incomplete. Could have been a touchdown, but all it is now is a 3rd down. Looking for a throw here. And that'll chip away some of this near the end. It's caught for a touchdown. These guys putting up points in a game decided. That one splits the uprights. And his guys cut the lead down to a more manageable 28 points. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with the win. And they're stacking momentum right away this season as they begin the year 2.